Hi everybody, it's Richard here again and welcome to my entry into TC at TKR VideoCentral's third annual contest. Now before I start into the contest, I have to say I'm a big fan of TC's channel. I watch the Kirkham Report every Saturday night, even though there was a couple of missing in the past month, but I think he's back on track, thank goodness. And there is a series which has stopped called Vinyl Recall, which was a take on Vinyl Richie's 10 best albums each year from whatever. And I think TC's starting it up again, but it's in CDs because he's gone into the CD age, so I'm looking forward to that. And in fact, it was those Vinyl Recalls that made me, or persuaded me, to do my 10, 20, 30 best albums from each year. So there's plenty of rules and regulations, and I'm not going to go through them. I'll leave a link below to TC's contest video. And so it's all around the number 3. So the first question is the 3 most recent albums that I've bought. Now I was going to save these for my next final inbox video, but I think this here is a better place. And so I went to a record fair, it's now a week and a half ago, and I bought 3 albums, pop albums, for £1. That's another thing. I want to try and make all my answers as close to TC's type of music as possible. Now TC is a real pop guy, and I mean pop, and I mean real cheesy pop as well, but some of this is cheesy. But we'll see how we go, and we'll see what percentage. In fact, if you can leave a message below, TC, on what percentage of the albums I showed that you think would be quite good. So question 1 again, 3 most recent albums bought. One is a-ha's Hunting High and Low, which is very good, from 1985. It has 2 huge hits, Take On Me and The Sun Always Shines on TV, and also has Train of Thought and the title track. I played this yesterday, actually quite good. The other one is A Flock of Seagulls, and I think this is just called A Flock of Seagulls, and I think these guys seem to be very popular in the US. And there was 2 singles that I know of on this, I Ran, which I think was a hit in America, and the one I really like, which is Space Age Love Song. And the third one, and I've seen this on the VC quite a bit, and it gets a lot of credit, and it's Terence Trent D'Arby, and Introducing the Hardline according to Terence Trent D'Arby. And the singles, If You Let Me Stay, Wishing Well, and there's another one, Sign Your Name. So I haven't played this yet. I remember this when it was out, so 3 for a tenner, not bad. Okay, second question, 3 albums released when I was 3 years old. Well, I was born in 2002, no, I'm only joking. I was born in 1966, so I was 3 in 1969. So the 3 I think TC might appreciate are the Archies, Sugar Sugar, and don't get me wrong, this is actually a good album, but the title track is absolutely brilliant. Agneta Falskog and Agneta Volume 2, and this is all in Swedish, and it's like Eurovision-y type music. I wish it was in English, but still I do appreciate it in Swedish as well, and it's a very good album. And the third one I know TC will appreciate, and it's the Carpenters, Ticket to Ride. Now this was called something else and I can't remember the name. I looked it up and I forgot to write it down, but the album originally came out in 1969, and the title track is an absolutely beautiful version of the Beatles song. Question 3, 3 albums released when I was 13 years old, so we're talking 1979. Donna Summer, the double album Bad Girls, with Hot Stuff, Bad Girls, Dim All the Lights. There's another one on here, is it Sunset People, if I can see it? Yes, the last track. Donna Summer in the 70s was brilliant. In the 80s she wasn't as good. I think after The Wanderer, including The Wanderer, she went downhill a lot, but those albums from Love to Love You Baby up to this are fantastic. There was a couple before Love to Love You Baby, at least one I know, Lady of the Night, which I heard from, I think it's 1974, which is really good as well, especially the title track. The next one is the Corgis, and I bought this years ago for one reason only, and it's the beautiful song If I Had You, which I love, absolutely love, and I don't think I've actually played the rest of the album, so I must give that a spin. And the third one from 1979 is Baccarat, which is Euro disco. They had a huge hit with Yes Sir Rag and Boogie and also Sorry I'm a Lady, but this came out the year after and I don't think there's any hits on it, but it is all really good fun. In fact, I've got 3 Baccarat albums. Question 4. 3 albums released on my most recent 3rd related birthday. So we're talking I'm 57, so I have to go back to 53, and 53 was in 2019. And so we have Vampire Weekend, Father of the Bride, which is my favourite album from that year. Probably the least of all the 4 Vampire Weekend albums, but still it's a good album. The next one is like a 12-inch sort of EP, and it's Paloma Faith and the Zeitgeist EP, which is very good, and this was to go alongside her Architect album from 2017, and this is a Record Store Day issue. And the third one is probably the weakest of all the Chrissie Hynde related albums, and it's Valve Bone Woe, and it is in a sort of a jazz cover. But there are still some good cover versions on this. I think they're all cover versions. She does a really nice version of Wild as the Wind and How Glad I Am and Carl I Know. So it's not bad, but it's my least of all Chrissie Hynde related. Okay, question 5. 3 albums with 3 in the title of the artist or title. So I'm going to go with 3 artists with 3 in their name. And the first one is Fun Boy 3, and this is like the best of. Very good album, all the singles, Record Store Day issue. We have the 3 Degrees, and this album is Take Good Care of Yourself, and it has the song Take Good Care of Yourself on it. I don't think it has When Will I See You Again, no it doesn't, but still it's quite good. I got this as VCLT from Martin Parrott. And the last one is the 3 O'Clock, which I bought second hand. I saw it very cheap and I've seen a lot of videos on the 3 O'Clock. I played it and it was alright, I wasn't overly impressed. Okay, question 6. 3 albums or singles that have 3 in the title of the song. Well, I'm going to go with 2 singles and a CD. And the first one is Shawady Waddy and 3 Steps to Heaven. The second one is 10-Pole Shooter, 3 Bells in a Row. And the CD is actually the Proclaimers from their album Notes and Rhymes, and the track is called 3 More Days. And if you see that, and if you can't read that, I will put a picture up. 3 More Days is the 3rd track on the disc. So that there answers one of the bonus questions, so I can skip that bonus question, and that gets me an extra entry. Okay, number 7. 3 albums by 3 bands with only 3 members. Okay, the Christians, this is their 2nd album. I don't know the names of them. I know there's 2 Christian brothers on this plus somebody else, but those are the 3 main members. I know other people do play in the band, but they're not official members. As I say, Colour is their 2nd album. The Bee Gees, and I can name them all: Morris, Barry and Robin Gibb, and this is their High Civilization album from 1992, and it has the big UK hit Secret Love, but it's got the most beautiful song, one of the most beautiful songs I've ever written, and it's called The Only Love. And the last one is Bananarama, and it's their hits album, the Greatest Hits Collection. Siobhan, Karen, and I can't remember the 3rd one, but that's Siobhan, Karen, and I can't remember her name. Okay, the next one is show 3 albums that are a 3 record set. And of course I've got my t-shirt on, so I have to show ABBA live at Wembley Arena, and it is 3 discs and it's very good. The next one is a compilation, in fact the last 2 are compilation, and it is the Style Council. God, this is heavy actually. The story of Style Council Long Hot Summers, and again it's on 3 discs, and arguably that's really all you need for the Style Council. And the last one is a brilliant singles collection, and it is by OMD, and it's Souvenirs, and it's on 3 discs, and it lists every single A-side up to the present. Now there is a new album coming out very shortly, which obviously was not on this, but still this is absolutely magnificent. Okay, and the last question is to shout out 3 people you'd like to see enter this. I could list about 10, but I'm going to go with 3. One is PC31, the Vinyl Policeman, Mike, because he's got a great collection. I think he'd be able to do this really well and come up with some really good answers. The same for Martin Harris. He's got a huge collection as well, and as you can use CDs, as you know, easy for him. And the third one is a toss up between 2, and I'm going to go with Rob Walker, Let the Music Play. And I know it will annoy him because he has to get all these records out, but I'd love to see him having a go. And I'm going to link those 3 channels below, but the 4th one I would love to see a go, who I won't link because I'm only allowed 3, is Mike Vinyl Spiral. Okay, and there's 3 bonus questions. Now I have answered one of them. Another one is 3 rock school videos artists or musicians. I hadn't a clue what rock school videos were, so I looked it up, looked at the artists, don't have anything by them. I know nothing about it, so I can't answer that. And the next one is 3 books ending in the year 3 or issue 3 of the books. Now it's magazines or books, but I don't hold magazines, so I didn't think I could do this, but I actually can. And the first one is the Rare Record Price Guide 1993. Now this probably came out in 92 or 91, but it's labelled as 93, so I'm going with it. And it is well worn. Now I've got about 5 or 6 different issues of this, but yeah, it's very, very good. Although those books are now redundant with internet and Discogs. The next one is the Beatles Illustrated Lyrics. And this came out, that looks blue, but it's actually purple. This came out in 2003, and if you can't read that, I will put a picture in here now. And the last one is David Bowie, The Complete David Bowie by Nicholas Pegg, and this is the 3rd issue. And again, if I can find this, if you can't read it, which you probably can't, I will put another picture in, and I've got 3 different editions of this, but this is the 3rd one. So that's my entry into TC's contest. I think it was brilliant questions, and it was almost like a vinyl tag, which I love doing. So please like and subscribe to TC's channel, and if you do subscribe, please stay. You know, there's always something for everyone, and the guy puts in so much work into his channel, and his channel is actually a channel. We all call our VC channels channels, but his is a real channel. It's like Channel 4 because there's so many different programs that he does weekly, and it's like a true channel. So yeah, congratulations TC on 3 years, and keep on doing what you're doing, and you know, I'll keep watching. Okay, that's me for now. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope to have another video, which is going to be a really difficult one, very soon. Okay, now, bye bye.